Are we on? Bitch.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Anne and Renata show. I don't know what else to call it. Q&A Monday. Sort of rhymes, doesn't it?
Mundane.
Q&A Monday. Oh, yes, there's that finger.
Hello, Joe. Hello, Shanae. Gorgeous.
Shanae. Somebody was at the tour on, was it Friday night? And we've gone, this is Shanae. And they've gone, oh, you really do call her that.
Yes, we do.
Because they hear us say it on here. So, yeah. Hi, Joe, Shanae,
Thank
and
you for voting,
Carrie.
Joe. Thank
Kirsty,
you.
Joe, Justin,
Is that a
Fiona.
heart? Does that look like a heart? Thank you.
Gillian, Jody, Courtney. Hi. Yes. Oh, it's been a big day, hasn't it, Renata?
I know, it has. It has.
In so many ways. I do love karma. But anyway, shall we sort of talk about what we did first up this morning?
We had a radio interview in a shed.
Oh no, it's an old boxing gym actually.
It's a big shed.
And I'm so proud of Newcastle. They're getting their own little radio station, and they've got big plans in there. It's a community radio station.
Yes, absolutely
so
wonderful.
We went in and we were interviewed by Tracy Mack, which is Tracy McGillicuddy. And yeah, we had a lovely time. She's invited us back straight away, so we must have done okay. Yeah, I'd love to be able to open the lines up to the public and answer questions if they had any, but they don't have that facility yet. But they're just in the process of building things, and it looks very schmick, may I say.
Yes, it's going to be great.
It will.
Once they get themselves together and get themselves organised.
And they had these big high chair swivel stools. You just see me trying to climb on. I don't know whether to put my arse cheek up on it first and then try and push myself up, or climb onto the rung and I don't like stools.
Why do we have an angry face? We just started
already.
Who angry faced us?
Who is it?
Craig.
What's up, Craig? God.
What's happened, Craig?
We've upstairs. No, he's probably accidentally hit it.
What have we done to you?
Oh, we just turned on the camera. Isn't that enough? Yeah. So, what questions do we have now? I did actually have somebody ask a question, and I asked, could they ask it on the live feed tomorrow night? So let me see if I can find that.
So we've got Shannon coming up here. Shannon Elizabeth, third from the bottom.
Yep. I'll pop that up. You read that while I try to find this one.
I feel like there's a ghost in my house. What do I do? My brother is scared that the ghost is evil, but he or she haven't done anything bad. Well, there's a big sign to say that it probably isn't evil, but if your brother's been watching a heck of a lot of haunted movies on TV, the assumption would be that anything that moves is probably evil. So number one, Shannon, tell him to stop watching all the haunted movies, and that most of that stuff in those movies is not true. It's entertainment. And part of what is happening there in the home may well be because of movies and things that have been watched. So unless something has occurred, some sort of shift, something has changed to encourage an entity to be there, or it's sort of awoken it, then it's really hard to answer your question without more detail. So always when we approach this sort of thing, as you are talking about, Shannon, we ask a lot of questions because we need to know the background. We need to know what's changed. Is there anyone new in the house? Have any renovations happened? Has anything been bought into the house that hasn't been there before? Have you been watching a whole lot of horror movies? Has there been depression?
Or has somebody told him that it's evil?
Or an argument in the house that's caused a lot of emotional upset? Has someone been talking to him about evil ghosts? Because we can create a lot of energy that makes things seem that there might be something spooky going on, but there actually isn't. So we need more details than that. But the most important thing, Shannon, calm your brother down. Tell him that it's not like the movies that you see on TV. Get him to stop entertaining that idea. Yeah. Tell him it's probably 99.9% not evil if it is anything that is actually there. And get some uplifting music. Play some great music in the house so it's nice and light. You can try out some sage if you wish. It's always a good go-to. Get a sage stick from your New Age supplier or Spells and Spirits online. Spells and Spirits at Morpeth. Christy will certainly sell you a sage stick if you can't get to a shop to buy it. She's got an online store and she'll be able to do that for you. And yep, sage the house and convince him after the saging that everything's fine. There, you've cleared it. Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good start.
I can see part of Karen's there. What would you recommend for? And then it's gone. Can't see anything else there, Karen. Sorry. All right, go down here. Stacey, we recently found out our house has structural damage. Look at selling it. Are we going to be okay? I don't know. You'd have to ask a builder.
Stacey, I think you're wanting to
Not
ask
tarot
a tarot question.
Not tarot tonight, my darling.
It's not tarot tonight. Sorry.
It's paranormal.
Yeah.
Do you two ever need to cleanse? Oh, after ghost hunting.
All the time. All the time. Not only do we get attachments from our spirit, our lovely spirit people, but we get a lot of attachments from the living as well. Some of them quite unpleasant. So a good old scrub after a ghost hunt is always on the cards, and we always say to people on your way home, stop in at Macca's and get some nice salty fries, because salt is a great grounder. But anything to eat or drink afterwards, non-alcoholic, is really great just to ground you back into reality. But yes, we do a lot of psychic
cleansing.
No, what do we call it?
Psychic health?
Hygiene? Psychic hygiene, yes. We are pretty big on psychic hygiene, Katrina.
Basically, all I do is, as I'm leaving a site, I say thank you and I remove all permissions, and that's generally for me. She goes and has showers and all sorts of things, but I just remove permission. And sometimes, very, very rarely, will something linger. And then normally I will have a shower and let the water run over my head and say, I told you to go away, I mean it. I remove all the permissions and I wash you away, and that's enough normally.
Yeah, Shannon, as you said, it's probably a family member, and you know, they're probably just looking after their house, their home, and often to try and remove them or suggest that they move on would be, you know, pretty arrogant and horrible if they both sort of passed in the house and the house belonged to them. They're probably just a lovely pair, or even one spirit who is just kind of hanging around and looking after the place. So it's pretty good to have them there, actually.
It's really disturbing, that finger in my ear. And funny you should mention that, Danielle, because when I first started out, I actually used to use, I can't see the light on that. It is, I'll read it out. Safe space, black tourmaline, red jasper and selenite in an organic. Put your glands in that. We have a spray. Organic blend of spearmint water, and I used to do this after every ghost hunt. I'd almost drown myself in it because I thought that was going to remove all the negativity, because this one was for safe space. Clears, cleanses and nurtures, removes negativity and heaviness back to sacred, secure balance. And I always did feel nice after using it. Is that holy water?
Yeah, mine's a stress one, you see. That's what I mean. It's not always the dead that you have to watch out for. It's
binaural beats, yeah, they're good.
It's often the living. So a bit of a stress spray.
If you're using your binaural beats, Normally on your
nice.
headphones you'll have an L for left and a R for right, so put them in the correct ears, and that will help with. It's sort of like a balance thing, I find. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, we're in take 5. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's been a great week. We've got interviews everywhere this week. Notice you mentioned you were in fear of spirits for a while. How have you learnt to overcome it, or have you? You were in fear of spirits.
Yeah, I was about 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way through 5 or 6. Oh, Bronwyn! What the hell? Who have you got around you, Bronwyn, that's passed over, my darling? You just got a bit of a visitation there from someone who wants to say hello. Yeah, let us know who has passed over. That's, yeah.
Got any more
Recent.
information on that? Because we've all got someone that's died.
It's a female. It's a female. And, what's she showing me? Hold on. What the frig is that? Something she's dug out of the garden. It's really...
Dead body?
This person had gardening issues, gardening stuff. Loved the garden. Used to probably grow things and they were really atrocious. She never wanted to have a bar of it, but she loved the gardening. Yeah. So, have I overcome them? Yes, as you can see. We had a visitation here.
Oh my God! Yes!
Earlier today.
Oh my God! We were doing a podcast for True Hauntings podcast, and bloody hell, we were talking about one of the spirits, and she friggin' well turned up here in the room, gave her a knock, and then me, I just went goosebumps all over me, Jesus. And we were talking about her secrets, and she was not happy.
Nope.
Lordy me!
You have to be really careful with spirits when you, and this happened to me before, actually, in a bigger way. Don't tell their secrets. They're secrets for a reason. Leave them secretive, or they'll come and they'll let you know they're not happy. Just saying.
And Amanda, you can talk to your nan
Anytime.
Anytime.
Yep, anytime. All you need to do is sit with a picture and concentrate in on them, send them love, often a beautiful prayer or some nice music for them, something that they would have loved to listen to, really brings their energy in, and sit and have a conversation. That's as simple as it is. It's not about getting validation. You get validation by that feeling that they are close by. That's as much validation as is important for you. But you can talk to them any time you wish.
Do spirits send signs?
Yes, they do. But I'm reading Carrie Mannon's.
All right, I'll get down to her in a minute.
Okay.
She's an alcoholic.
Do spirits? Do spirits send signs? Some do, and some are really interesting. But is an interesting thing about signs that Miss Anne taught me this afternoon.
Yes.
You can ask for signs, and then you can be also blindly ignorant when they turn up because you're just not seeing them. So, when you ask a spirit to send a sign and you get a sign, don't then say, well, send me a better sign, because I'm not actually sure whether that sign was the sign I was supposed to see. So take things that are supposed to be signs as signs. It really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
Come on, spirit, show me a sign.
If it is something that you think is a sign from your loved one, then take it and use it to benefit your life.
I've got the yawns. I don't know why. All right, we are going on now to, I saw you're organising a trip to Tassie. Yes, we'll fly out Sunday week. Gods be prized.
Have we been to Port Arthur several times?
Yeah, we have. It's a fascinating place. The history, the buildings, blows your mind.
Now, Carrie, down to Carrie, because this is interesting.
Carrie was a drinking buddy of mine.
That alcohol... Was she?
We did theatre together for years.
Oh, right. Are you saying that alcohol disconnects you from reality? Yes.
Hopefully. How do you learn to tap into psychic gifts? Sometimes I hear conversations, voices. It's kind of like an untuned radio.
Yeah.
Basically, that's sort of it. You just pay attention to it, and sit with a journal, a diary, pen, paper, whatever. Just write whatever you think you're hearing. The more you listen to it, the more you're likely to pick up on it.
And the most important thing is that we spend most of our life doubting ourselves, doubting everything that comes to us in a way that is trying to tell us things about our environment. We kind of think that things, Ellie, have to be so clear cut, and it's like someone has to literally stick a sign in our face like this. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to go, no, I'm not seeing that. It's got to be that big. With spirit, it normally isn't that big. And they will test you. They want to see how much effort you actually want to put in. And so if you consider all of this as being easy, then there is only a very, very small,
It's a small world after all. You schmuck.
A small percentage of people that are just born with these things turned on to 500. Most people have to work at it like a muscle, like going to the gym and going, well, I want to know how to explore all of this and be more psychic. Any of us can learn how to do it better, but you have to actually spend time doing it, Ellie.
Hi Peter, it's the real Peter Sperring. You changed your profile and confused me there for a bit. And thank you, Shannon. Please vote for us in the Paranormal Awards.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, you use spray with lavender and eucalyptus?
Yeah,
very nice.
Do you make your own? Danielle?
And it was used by the First Nations to, yes.
Oh, yes.
Like
yes.
it. That's my alcohol bottles being emptied into the garbage. And now I've pointed the finger out. Carrie can't stop looking at it. Thank you, Robert. Yes, black tourmaline is beautiful. Obsidian. I've got some jet. I've got jet jewellery. I do like it. Jody, how you going down there? A resident spirit called Lou. He's been a bit more active this week. Hubby is away. Oh, he's a naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
Oh, I like it. So you're talking to them like they're still there with you, and you set your rules, and that's all you need to do.
Yes.
Asking the millimeter Odie for a beginner. Now, a millimeter is very high end. So that is like a techie version of a K2 or a Rook. And Eddie Plus is a combination of a whole hell of a different lot of things. So it's got a vibration detector built into it. It's got an EMF meter built into it. It's got a temperature sensor built into it. So you actually get like a whole little bundle of paranormal equipment. So if I was going to choose between a millimeter or an Eddie Plus to start off with, I would go with the Eddie Plus for sure. Because the millimeter is something you go to after you've been working in the paranormal for a while, and
it's really good for research quality sort of stuff when you're really going down to sort of the technicalities.
That's an old that's one of my old millimeters that somebody dropped in the surf. Don't ask. So yes, you get your temperature and your milligauss that read out on the screen there. So there's some fancy ones that have shadow detectors built into them, and the REM. So you've got the silver antenna that comes out, and it has like the REM pods. You can get that. So that will have a few features built into it, but it's a little bit trickier to use than the Eddie Plus. So I just think that the Eddie Plus covers a lot more for a beginner.
So Bronwyn Perriman...
Thank you for the question, Karen.
Bronwyn Perriman says that it's her nan.
Ah!
She's a feisty old thing, wasn't she? Goodness gracious me.
Where is that?
Up.
Up.
No, down,
up.
down. There.
Oh, wrong one, was it?
Yeah. Feisty old thing.
Alright, just scrolling. Oh, you enjoyed the Queen Mary? Has anyone else listened to the Queen Mary podcast?
Oh, it was so good.
That was a bit of fun, that one. I can't believe that Disney had their fingers in that pie. You're going to have to listen to the podcast to work out what Disney has to do with the Queen Mary cruise liner.
So if you've never heard of what we are talking
Thank
about...
you, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon. If you've never heard of what we are talking about our True Hauntings podcast. There is actually a Facebook page called True Hauntings Podcast, and we have...
I'm just wondering if Katrina's here. I'm trying to sense anything around her. I can't sense Katrina, never mind anyone around her. I'm being facetious. Thursday night for that one, my love.
You can listen to it on Spotify or iTunes at True Hauntings Podcast, and this last episode was all about the Queen Mary, which I found absolutely fascinating. We're up to about episode number 11 or something like that. This week's is going to be super interesting too. Thank you, Maya. Yes, always talk to your mum and dad. It also keeps them, I guess, alive and part of your life. And of course, you set the boundaries with that and how much you want to talk to them or how little you want to talk to them.
And thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Is there anyone that's new tonight from the Newcastle interview we did this morning that may have popped over to see who these crazy old broads are? The crazy old cows? Okay, so let me scroll. The feed has jumped. The feed has jumped yet again. I can't even find where we're up to. I think it's taken me all the way back to the very bloody beginning. That's a big one.
Yeah. Just after my dad passed away, I was laying on my sofa and two large and two smaller orbs, they looked like round light from a flat torch, appeared on the wall and waved their way up the ceiling and disappeared. It was very calming. I always thought that at least two of them were my mum and dad. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful, Deborah. If that gave you peace and that you felt you had a connection or that it was something special, then that's just amazing.
And I just want to give a huge shout out to Dave Schrader, who very kindly has posted on his Facebook page to his Army of Darkness, he likes to call them, in regards to little Ella, and that's Mick and Vic's, Holgate's granddaughter. She's only one, she's in hospital, she's had a lot of battles for a little 1-year-old, several operations already, so please keep little Ella in your thoughts, prayers, healings, whatever it is you do to send good vibes. Please send Ella. And I just want to thank Dave, who has put the Facebook, the frightfully, what are they? Army of Darkness onto helping little Ella. I know that they brought rain to Australia early last year, so they're capable of doing anything.
Yeah.
All right, where are we up to? You're welcome, Mick.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it as a surprise for you, but unfortunately Dave couldn't post it without a direct relative's permission, because people have sued him. Can you believe that? Or threatened to sue him because people have asked for healing?
Really?
Yes! It's insane!
People have asked for healing on their behalf.
I'd just like to say that my hair looks beautiful tonight. Thanks, Liz. Katrina, yes, absolutely yes. We'd love a TV series. We're working on that right now.
Anybody out there listening?
Yep. We've got all our pumpkins lined up in a row. We're hoping somebody comes along and picks those pumpkins and harvests them. It's a little bit of an in-joke there, but it's okay. One day we'll be able to tell all. And we have already shot a 4-part documentary series, which has just won an international award for the best paranormal paranormal ufology series, and it beat some of the big USA people. So. So, I mean, we didn't film it. We were just the paranormal investigators. We are heavily involved in the series. You can't miss us. We're everywhere. I'm not sure where it's coming out yet. It's still with the distributors. They're waiting on a few more awards to come out because that gives them more negotiation potential, I suppose.
And it's called The Space Between. There is actually a Facebook page called The Space Between. Let's see if we can find it, because you'll be able to see a teaser. And we might actually put the teaser up.
I might be able to do it here.
Yeah, we might put the teaser up for you to watch.
Also, you've put your dog. Christina had a reading the other day and saw the vet today, and great news. Excellent. That's what we like to hear, because I think I remember.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can still see me while I do this. Yes, and I wasn't sure whether I wanted you to read it or not, because I was a little bit worried for you.
Yeah. I have animal issues.
Yes.
I can't stand animals in pain at all, and yeah, it's just a little bit awful to do that.
I think I may have found it. So we'll just go to another question just whilst I'm still teeing up this little teaser for you.
Nikki, why is alcohol sometimes related to as spirits? It's more related to the fact that it is a spirit, as in an alcoholic spirit, rather than a paranormal spirit.
So which one is it, Renata? I've got is that it there?
No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is.
Okay, all right, I think I found it. So if you would like to have a quick look, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go to Chrome tab, go to here. I've got to click the share audio. So this is the TV series documentary. Hopefully you guys can hear it. We won't be able to.
What's the noise?
Little groan, a little moan.
I heard that as well.
Are you there
that,
playing
guys?
with the bear, Isaac?
Oh, what's that?
There's someone in here with us. Can you come forward and make your presence known?
I'm Bianca Biassi. Since 2012, I have been working on a documentary about reported paranormal activity at Sydney's reputedly most haunted site, the Quarantine Station.
Oh, who's that?
Kids there hanging around in the kitchen.
Along the way, I had enlisted the help of a powerhouse team of paranormal investigators, psychics, and sensitives.
I feel quite a lot of trauma here, and I don't know why I kept seeing this pregnant woman.
Oh, hello.
It's Veronica.
She's here. She's standing there. She's not actually very happy with us being here.
The shower room. You'd walk in and your footsteps would echo longer than echoes should. All the spirits, the ghosts, they turned it up.
My skin is beginning to tingle, very uncomfortable in here.
11 entities had appeared at our glass dowsing session and claimed they wanted to talk to us.
Glass dowsing, even Roman's on there.
Work out for Quarantine Station. The total of that comes to 74.
7 plus 4 equals
So
11.
many different varieties of
It feels like there is a figure on that top step.
Room 11, right there.
We respectfully ask that you will answer our questions and
Don't
see
even
if
go
we
there.
can find out what happened to you.
Murder. Did you hear that?
Another one dead. Oh, it's a little
It's
boy.
Gertie.
Shivers ran up
That's
my
Bianca.
spine, bringing echoes of a ghostly boy who ran through the curtains in my childhood bedroom.
The little boy was giving me the name Jim or James. He was talking about his mum.
I could feel someone watching, I could feel someone right there. Ghosts or dreams, fact or fiction. For me, this was personal. Suddenly I was being forced to confront the thing I had shut out. The experiences of a terrified little girl. No more resisting the past. It was time to face it.
Forget how awesome it is.
It
It's been a
was. It
really
was
long time since we've seen it.
Okay. So there you go.
Yay! Did you like that?
Yeah, that's the one that's just won the International Award as Best Paranormal Series. And we are just so proud to be part of that. So I think it's still running. I'm just going to quickly stop that on the other page because we don't want to watch Ellen Tube. Yeah, so as I said, we're not quite sure where that's going out. Well, bye Ellie, thanks for joining us. And now we'll go back up and we'll answer some questions because I think we just jumped over a whole heap. There we are, Nikki's still there. Susan.
Oh,
good question. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
As soon as we make a connection on the spirit box, I normally dive in and start asking questions like, can you see us? What do we look like to you? Does it hurt to communicate with us? And I can't help but trying to find out more, and I get in trouble. So
yeah, it's really hard to understand because they are in such a completely different state than we are. I think we expect them to be so much like us.
yeah, and they're pure energy,
Yeah.
supposedly. So wouldn't they perceive our environment as energy as well? I don't know.
Yeah. Does it all vibrate to them? Does it have colour? Does it? Well, we know time is very different, but
as we discussed in the True Hauntings podcast today with Phenomena I caught.
But there are so many other things,
Hi,
Susan,
Gemma.
that we still don't know. And look, people will say they know, and that might be the information that they are receiving from their loved ones or the spirit world or the spirits that are making communication with them. But at the moment, there doesn't seem to be a consensus of what it looks like. It is everything. So it's different things to different people. And that can make it really hard because when you ask a question, it is different for everyone.
And hi Gemma from Brizzy, thanks for joining us.
Hi Gemma from Brizzy.
Tammy would like to know how can I best connect with my husband's spirit? I've had no luck with readings.
Oh, that's a bit sad,
That's
Tammy.
very sad.
Yeah. And again, as we mentioned before, you can connect directly to your husband's spirit. You knew him best. And the best way of doing that is actually to sit with his photo, play some beautiful music that would have been meaningful to him, to both of you when you were both together. And one of the interesting things that I listen to during the week, and often I listen to things and you go, yes, I've heard all of this before, but you kind of store it away in your memory bank, and it's like the most important piece of information comes at the most relevant time. And one of the things that I was listening to is actually on Patrick's podcast, which is the Big Seance Parlour.
Big Seance
podcast.
The Big Seance podcast.
I always get that wrong.
Because normally you get it wrong, and now I've taught you to say the wrong thing too.
The Big Seance podcast.
We love Patrick.
And one of the things that this particular lady was saying was that you need to release their physical bodies so that then they can become part of your spirit family, and you need to be able to interact with them and talk to them in a different way, on a different level. So you can sometimes be wanting to hold onto them physically so badly because you miss them, but that doesn't allow them to transition into what could be that spirit side, that free energy side of themselves, which then can be there at a moment for you, at any given moment in time, because they are now just pure energy and they can be wherever and however you wish them to be. So prayer is immensely required. Every time we talk to spirit, one of the main things they always say to us is pray. Pray.
And I'm not a religious person, so they don't mean pray as in pray to God or pray to Jesus or Mary or Buddha or or Satan or whoever. They just mean open your heart and ask for whatever it is you need to the universal energies or whatever. That's what they're referring to. And I'm going to repeat the message we got. I've got to read it out because it's been resonating in my head, and I think sometimes people need to hear this. We were given this on the last table session we did. Hurt is wasted energy. To heal, realize your part in it. Right? So if you're hurting, it's just wasted. You've got to work out why are you hurting and what was your contribution towards this hurt, because we all have some sort of connection. Alright, so just don't waste your energy on hurting, solve your problem. Right, I'm just going to... Thank you, William Hay. Sorry. Where are we up to? Thank you, Carrie. Glad you enjoyed it. Oh, yes, Jodie, I saw that you had a bushfire really close. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
You ghost hunting gear from Oz Paratech Compact. Of course. Of course.
Now, one of the big things that is also coming up in a few weeks' time may be live tarot shows.
With an audience and dinner. And if it goes well, we'll be touring.
So hang in for that.
We'll hook up with Isaac, and they'll go off and do his massive big shows with thousands of people, and we'll be there with our 30 doing our stuff.
Just how I like it.
I know.
Don't scare me with many people. I don't like lots of people.
Yeah, we like a little intimate occasion. So we've got our first one. We think it's coming up on the 11th of April. That all of that's got to be locked in. But I know that I've put that date in my diary. I probably should invite you.
What else was happening on the 11th
We're meant to be going to Queensland.
Oh, yeah, that's what was happening. Sorry.
Yeah, the crazy aunties. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm glad you enjoyed our interview.
Oh, thanks for sending prayers for Ella. That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Really, really important for that little munchkin.
So that's where we're up to. They've just got to that stage. Sorry, the feed's just jumped. Lisa Young. My dad is still in his cremation box. I told he's not happy. Every time we have to arrange something, COVID-19 stopped it. Is he happy or not? I'm sure he is around me. I hope. I'm not the medium, but I'm going to jump in and say that this is probably more a problem that you are feeling guilt about than it is your father. On the spirit world, they would know that there's impossibilities happening at the moment. So I'd say this is either someone putting that thought into your head, saying, haven't you done something about that yet, and you feel guilty about it. So they've got all the time in the world. Don't you worry about it. So I'll just put my 2 cents in.
Yeah, and sitting in a cremation box may not be the best thing, but
that's not him anymore.
Yeah, you're doing what you need to do, or what has been requested to be done. And yeah, COVID stopped a lot of things, so don't feel so guilty about it, Lisa. Really, yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Tammy, I am so sorry for your loss. That is just awful. And look,
yeah, they play on your emotions.
If it's very recent, some people don't know how to connect with the people who are recently grieving, and they will try to soften blows or and look, it just maybe he's not in a position to actually come forward and talk yet. He may be working on whatever he needs to do to be able to learn how to communicate back with the other side. Some people just can't, because they're awkward and they don't want to upset you and all that sort of stuff. And yeah.
Oh, Tammy, did you two guys have a fight before he left too? Because that can also kind of really weigh on your mind, that you sort of didn't have those last moments in a good way, or there may not have been a connection. A lot of people kind of really regret not being able to say goodbye properly, but really most of the problems that we feel are our side problems, not their side problems. again, we sort of go to this thing of this is free energy now. Nothing hurts them anymore. Nothing irritates them per se. There may be lingering memories that can be cleared up, but we are the ones that have most of the issues when it comes to our loved ones and how they departed, which is just really awful and sad. So sorry for you, my darling.
That's from Craig. I found my little ghost to bring him in today to show you that he made. I haven't shown everyone my new whistle.
Oh, God.
Just scrolling. I got the hiccups now. Oops.
We've only got 44 people on tonight. They must be the best 44 people in the whole of the world. Yeah?
Oh, Carrie, you're coming. Oh, wow, awesome. Oh, you could be in trouble with us there.
Where's she coming?
She said she just bought a ticket for Saturday night.
Ooh.
Which one's Saturday? Is that the Wollongong? Oh. God, she's about the third the size she used to be. No, they actually had a good day together.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you, lady. I do have guilt for not being able to put him to rest. I'm in Queensland and he was in Victoria. So what's wrong with you? You seem to be off tonight in the nicest possible way.
I've had a big day, Erin.
We
Big emotional things have been happening today.
But it's all been very, very good. Oh, he glows in the dark, does he? Oh, thank you, Craig. Didn't even realise that. And Craig is from Stick Print Press, and he made me the mug with the orbs are just dust, which I just love. It's actually in the dishwasher right now. I've got to go and show you my my whistle.
Please, don't encourage her.
You want to tell them about the awards while I'm finding my whistle?
Anyway, okay. So a few weeks ago, we entered into the Paranormal Awards.
Oh, we asked people to nominate.
And we asked people to vote for us. I use the word vote. Yeah, I use the word vote rather than nominate. And they did. And what happened after that was a huge kerfuffle.
Which we're not going to rehash.
No, we're not going to rehash that. But I'm just going to say it was a huge kerfuffle.
People got their knickers in a twist.
And the thing is that we are actually nominated in some of the categories now of the Paranormal Awards. And so once again, we are just putting it out there that if you would like to vote for us or anybody else you would like to vote for, which you are very welcome to do, you have free will. You may vote for anyone you like. Then head to the Paranormal Awards page. It's the paranormalawards.org, and we shall put up a link, which is probably already on the Anne and Renata page.
Put up a link for us.
And you can vote there. So we are in a number of categories, either as Anne for Best Paranormal Female Investigator.
I'm a little bit chuffed about that. Can I just say thank you to all those people who nominated me for that award, because I actually had a little bit of tear up when I saw that. I wasn't expecting that at all. The only thing we were really hoping for was to be nominated for the Australian Ambassador Award, because we do a lot of international interviews. We were supposed to speak in America last year. We travel around the world and do live crosses for people in Australia to see it. We interact with people on Spirit Talk Australia.
And obviously that's the one that's pissing people off the most.
It's the one that got people's knickers in a knot. And it was for the work done in 2020, not to represent the Australian paranormal field, just for the work that you've done representing your country in that year. So to the fact that I got nominated for Best Female Paranormal Investigator, thank you so much for the nomination. Just that is such an honour. I really appreciate it.
There is also, yes, the Australian Ambassador, Best Facebook page.
Which was Women of the Worldwide Paranormal. Paranormal Worldwide.
Yep, and something
Best
else.
team,
Best team.
which was frightfully good.
But the important thing about the awards is that you have to actually vote for every category.
Keep talking, I'm just going to try and find it.
So you cannot just send a vote in for one particular category because it will just be negated. It will not serve a purpose. When you go in there, probably the best thing for you to do is to actually highlight all of the categories and just then pick who it is that you want in the category and remove everybody else.
Okay,
But
so I'm
it
just
has
going to
to
show
be-
you.
Yeah, it has to be every category that you actually vote in, or they won't take the vote, and then it has to be sent through via email.
So here is the example that they've got best male investigator, best female investigator. So all I've done is I've got Roman's nomination there and I've put it up. It's on the Anne and Renata Frightfully Good page, and I've put little stars next to the ones that were the ones that our groups were nominated in. So that might help you a little bit. All I did was went to this page up here, which is the Paranormal Awards. That may not be sharing that page. No, I didn't think it would be. Let me see if I can get out of that one. And I'll come back into a Chrome tab and the awards. Okay, that should come up now. So as you can see there, it has the list. All I did was I did that. And then I went out and cut out the ones I didn't want. I posted it into an email.
Baggins is up there.
Yeah. Best TV personality.
Yeah.
Don't judge. Yeah, so just cut out what you don't want, put it into an email and send it to, and that's how you vote. You just email. And some of them, I don't know who they are. And that makes it a little difficult to vote because if you don't know who they are and you don't have a lot of time to go and research everyone. So I know Roman had a guess on some of them, but so be it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But
Anyway,
the important thing is vote for every single category or your vote doesn't count.
Sam, you just woke up. Wow. Morning coffee. Oh, I do. There's one thing I love is my first coffee of the morning. It's very special to me. Where are you from, Sam? I've got new comments there, but it's just not jumping. Hopefully
There it
that's
is.
not frozen. There we are. You're going to make us some crowns, Erin. Thank you. Yes, and thank you, Justin. Justin's put his version up so that if you want to have a look at how he did it. Now, I bought myself a real death whistle. So this is an Aztec death whistle, and it is made out of sort of rock. Can you see what that might be? It's a rock. Oh, from Sweden. Wow. Thank you for joining us, Sam. How did you find out about us? I'm curious to know how somebody in Sweden found us.
I hate to think.
Anyway, I had a 3D printed one of these and I just loved it so much I decided to get a real one. And I thought I'll use it at Maitland Jail to see if it will create any activity. Oh, there's the other one.
That's
the 3D printed
version.
one. We'll do a comparison of sounds in a second. And what the Aztecs did is they used to wear it around their neck when they were going into battle. They'd stand across the top of the hill and they'd all blow these whistles to make it sound like there was a horde of warriors that were coming up over the hill screaming for attack. So, I'll give it a warm up. That doesn't sound scary, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So you've got to cup your hands. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to pop.
Now, we did this a few weeks ago, and there were a few people that went off and said that we were not very politically correct. But
No.
in actual fact,
Wow.
I laughed and said that it sounds like 1,000 warriors are coming.
Yeah, we didn't know what it was at
And
the
in
time.
actual fact, that's what it bloody sounds
Yeah.
like, and that's the purpose of it.
Yeah. Someone said we were being culturally inappropriate. And I
Yes.
thought, she must have thought it was sort of some death sort of thing, which I thought it might have been as well. But I wasn't making fun of it. I was just fascinated by it. Anyway, here we go. deep breath.
Yeah. Imagine that in the jungle. That'd poop your pants, wouldn't it? Now, so this is the one that was made for us that is the 3D one, which isn't too bad. You've got to blow through his head. Okay.
Could be worse.
Yeah, so it's... So actually, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but you don't get this one, you get sort of variety of sounds. So you get different pitches, which I really like. I'm voting for this as the worst sound ever. Dear God, please don't do that again. Now,
We're
Sarah
educating
Millie,
you. We're educating you.
I'm looking for my mum. No, sorry, your mum's not here. Can't help you there, my sweet. I'm not sure where your mum would be, but thank you for stopping by and saying hello. I think that's I just... Sorry, guys. Our neighbour's just had a heart attack.
I'll have to listen to it on playback.
Yeah, I used it at the jail on a Friday night, and I sort of said to them, I'm going to play something now to try and see if we get some action happening here. And some ladies mustn't have heard me say that, and I've let loose, and they just about shit themselves on the spot. But people listening on the headphones are going, scream, scream. Like they were doing the spirit box, and they were saying scream.
So Sarah's mum is here, Jess Miller. Jess Miller, mum. I was looking for you everywhere. Short-term memory loss. What's going on?
I'm not quite sure that. Where are you from, Sarah? Sarah Millie, Hebblethwaite. Oh, my eardrums. Yes, I'm sorry. All right, we'll stop playing that. You're a dag Sasquatch. I love it. Oh, this will wake the cat up. The dogs are wondering what the fuck that was. Oh, do we get any more angry faces out of that? No, just Craig.
Craig.
I don't know why Craig's upset. What's up, Craig?
Oh, dear.
You've got any other paranormal questions for us?
Just about to finish.
You'll be pleased to know we recorded another episode of True Hauntings today, and Renata lost her shit in the middle of it. She got an attack of the giggles, so rather than stop and let it pass, I kept going and made it worse. I'm good at that, so I can't wait to hear that episode. That will be out when we are in Tasmania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's the one that we got the ghostly visit on. There's still someone hanging around. I can feel them. They're poking me in the back. Oh, hello.
You're from Australia.
Sarah.
You're my cheeky Sarah. The death whistle blew us right into the twilight zone.
Oh dear. It just cleared out your chakras for you. There you go. $20. Thank you very much.
What's that? And that's different from normal. How? I have a gift. That's all I'm saying is I have a gift and I use it often.
Yeah, Tassie's awesome. We can't wait to go to Tassie. And of course we will be doing lots of lives, and there will be a vlog, and we will be sharing our shenanigans. We have got a few places sort of lined up which we will go and visit. We don't have any tours that we have lined up because there is nothing in Launceston at the moment. There is no one doing any tours.
Right, Sarah, I get it now.
Yeah,
so this is your mum.
Yes.
Now that it makes sense why you're talking about the dork Sasquatch. I was hoping for a troll. I was so disappointed. We haven't had a troll in God knows how long.
For the last 40 years or so, I've been having issues with electrical equipment. Yeah, join the club.
That may not be a ghostly thing. Now, we did mind mapping with the Institute of Awakened something. Sorry, Oksana, I can never remember what it's
the
called.
Awakened Mind?
Awakened Minds, which measure your alpha, gamma, theta, delta waves. And you have what's called gamma. Now, if you have a lot of gamma, you affect electrical appliances. So we're hooked up and they're doing all these meditations. We have to think all these things and project different things. Her gamma was like going zoom out to the sides, and it's very rare for someone to have gamma that is that strong. And the lady running it turned to Renata and said, "You may have problems with electrical appliances and electrical things playing up around you all the freaking time. Ask her husband."
Yes.
And the problem is when her gamma goes, my mapping seems to match her mapping, and we start to copy each other's waves. It's really odd, particularly when we sit at the table and work together in seance sort of stuff. Our waves start to match. It's like twins.
Gamma can be good for psychic mediumship type of work, but you've got to try and control it, Liz. So the idea is not to just live with it, but also learn how to try and bring it in and control.
That's Renata's mating call. Brings them in like that.
Yeah.
They're kissing her hand before you know it.
Oh, jeez.
Too far, Renata? Too far?
Yep.
That was such a good night. I enjoyed it, sitting up with my back against the wall with her out in the middle, getting picked up by the old men.
It's a memory I'm trying to erase. Stop it!
We're just getting our pumpkins lined up. We'll be ready for them next time. We'll be ready.
Not going there again. I'm not going upstairs. Forget it.
You'll never trick her into doing that ever again, Glenn and Sue. Never again.
They will still be up there, I'm sure. Oh,
or they might
Lordy.
actually be dead up against the wall. Nobody's actually realised yet. They were having the best time.
Oh, no.
They were having the best time. Look, we go out to haunted locations, into dark holes, and we have a good time. We're laughing at them singing karaoke. Seriously.
Oh, it wasn't that. It was the characters that were there. Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, that's really good. As when I used to do acting, you go to places like that and you just people watch and you pick up on so many good characters to mimic.
And they're all real.
Oh, where do you think I got my North Queensland from? That was people watching.
Oh, Anyway, we are finishing up for tonight.
We are.
So thank you to everyone that has come on, all 46 of you.
And keep those good thoughts and prayers and healing vibes going out to little Ella, so that she gets better quick. And thank you all for nominating us, all those people who have nominated us to be considered for those awards. It's nice to make the short list, and thank you for those people who have voted, and you've got no idea how much that means to us, that you would take time out of your day to go and vote. It really does mean the world.
Yeah, it does. No, it's a banner. It's not a T-shirt. It's a banner. I'm sure you can get it as a T-shirt.
Maybe soon.
Maybe. Yes, I'm not going to tell you where I got that from, because you might be able to get it from somewhere even better
soon. All right. Love yous all. See yous Thursday night at the Tarot Q&A. We'll have more tidbits and gossip for you from the old bags. And stay well, stay healthy, keep following your dreams, and fuck the doubters. You just go do what you want to do and have some fun. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
All right. See you on the dark side.
Bye.
Bye.